So I'm very excited about this upcoming course series that I'm teaching about the landmark decisions from the Supreme Court. First of all, as with all my courses, it's just an interesting opportunity to see some of the most important decisions about judicial power and federal government power, states' rights, free speech, individual liberties. But the context of the course, the frame of it, is especially interesting. It struck me a few years ago that I used the term landmark, and lots of media people and politicians and general people use the word landmark decisions. This is a landmark decision, without really looking at what do we mean by that? I mean, I think we all know that there are certain decisions like Brown versus Board of Education or the Roe versus Wade abortion rights decision that we call landmark because they move the law in such a significant direction. But what are some of the more obscure cases that may not be household names, but that people would look at and say, oh, that did make a huge difference in the way the direction that the law was going? And especially provocative, do we call a retrograde case, a case that we now look back on and say, oh no, that had a very cramped view of individual rights, or that had a very inappropriate view of government power, but nevertheless made a huge difference in the law? Would we call it a landmark case or not? As with all my courses, I don't assume vast legal knowledge. If you've got some, great, bring it along, but I will be providing sufficient overview so that people that are not familiar with constitutional law or the Supreme Court will feel very comfortable and will learn. And as always, it'll be a mutual learning experience. So I hope you can join me for this provocative and interesting look at landmark Supreme Court decisions.